The National Weather Service in Grand Forks, North Dakota, announced today that one of the tornadoes earlier in the year has been found to have caused EF5 related damage, the highest rating on the intensity scale for tornadoes. KXAN's chief meteorologist, Nick Bannin, dug into the details. And Nick, this is something that's very rare.
Incredibly rare. And in fact, they'd originally labeled this tornado that happened back in June as an EF3. But through further analysis of all the damage, they brought in a team of scientists. They were able to upgrade it or downgrade it, depending on how you want to think about it, all the way up to an EF5, which is incredibly rare. So here are the details of the Enderlin, North Dakota tornado. Now an EF5. It killed 3 people, of course, unfortunately. Maximum winds of 210 miles per hour. So incredibly strong. It was on the ground for 12 miles. The maximum width of the tornado was over a mile wide, and it was on the ground for a full 19 minutes. Now, this alone is historic to mention, but these sorts of tornadoes of EF5 strength are incredibly rare. We have not had one for 12 years. So we were in somewhat of an EF5 or F5 drought that is now ended. So it was our first EF5 tornado in 12 years. The last time we had an EF5 tornado in the United States was the Moore, Oklahoma tornado of May 2013. That tornado ended up killing 24 people. We have not had an EF5 tornado in Texas. The last time we had one of similar comparable strength was an F5 tornado in Jarrell. We may remember that one. That, of course, was in 1997 and killed 27 people. Our own digital data reporter Christopher Adams put together a detailed blog about this first EF5 tornado since 2013. That's on KXAN.com. You just click on the Weather and Traffic tab and then click on Weather Blogs, and he's got some information on that and links to a story we did a couple of years ago about the F5 tornado in Jarrell that you may want to take a look at as well. As far as what's happening here locally, the weather's still quiet. Mix of sun and clouds from our Horseshoe Bay Resort camera there in Horseshoe Bay. A mix of sun and clouds, more clouds than sun in the hill country, but you're getting more sun than clouds in the metro. We're also watching a cluster of showers to the southeast of us that have been trying to work their way northwest and into parts of central Texas, but they haven't made it here thus far. And our rain chances are at 10% or less going into the evening. Still, these clouds have been bubbling up, but they haven't been generating enough lift to squeeze out any rain. The thickest of the cloud covers in the hill country, so that may be the space that sees the first opportunity for rain, and then we'll be keeping an eye to the sky to the southeast of us where a few of those showers may move in. Our computer models have been a little more optimistic about rain than what we've seen so far, so still thinking it'll either be this wet or most likely drier, with that low 10% rain chance continuing through about 7 or 8 o'clock tonight. And then we'll dry out any showers during the overnight hours. We'll get some patches of low clouds around tomorrow morning that will otherwise give way to a mix of sun and clouds. We do think our rain chances are a little higher tomorrow. They're still not enough to get excited about, but it's our best chance of rain for the next week. And these chances are only at about 10 to 20% here tomorrow afternoon and early evening. And then with the setting of the sun tomorrow night, shower chances disappear, and there goes our highest chance of rain for the next week. Most of us won't get a drop here tomorrow. I don't want you getting that excited about it. It's just our highest chances of rain for a while. You can see we do have a tiny rain chance here on Wednesday. Those chances are lower than tomorrow, though, down around 10% during the afternoon and early evening. The other story is the heat. This is the thing that'll affect us all. Low 90s across much of Texas right now. We should be in the mid-80s instead, remember, at least here. We'll be down to 71 tonight, one of our warmer nights of the last week. We'll also have some clouds mixing with the stars and some low clouds by daybreak. And with more humidity around, it's actually going to make for a warmer night too. More of us in the upper 60s and even low 70s than we've had lately, and we should be closer to 64 instead. So not just warm afternoons or hot afternoons, but warmer than average nights as well. So there's your day tomorrow, 92, mix of sun and clouds, and a 20% chance of rain during the afternoon and early evening. You see how many of you are in the low to even mid-90s tomorrow, but the hill country likely still stays in the 80s. Temperatures staying steadily in the 90s through the majority of the next several days, and certainly the rest of the week, 86 is average. But here's what you might like to see. Humidity starts coming down Wednesday night into Thursday, and especially Thursday night, and will be much drier here Friday and Saturday, and that should help promote some cooler nights. Look, Friday morning, we're back in the mid 60s for morning low temperatures. We could even get some low 60s in spots and even upper 50s in the hill country around that time. Weekend 2 of ACL, by the way, looks fantastic. Sunny Friday, 92. Same Saturday, mostly sunny. Sunday, 93. So a bit warm, but no rain to interrupt any of those shows.